With status updates on stars and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. As Swerve Strickland called out Booker T after his loss to Jon Moxley at AEW Dynasty, the 5-time WCW champion responded on his Hall of Fame podcast saying, "Woke up this morning and I wondered, why is my name trending? I see the video of Swerve Strickland saying F Booker T at the end of Dynasty. I'm not gonna even get upset about it. I'm going to give Swerve Strickland a little bit of advice, just a little bit. That advice would be, don't be talking about something other than the pay-per-view at the end of the night. That's the main event and the last thing people are going to remember. The last thing people are going to remember is me, my name being said. I'm sure Tony Khan don't appreciate the news, the headline not being what happened at Dynasty with all the matches. They're talking about Booker T. That was a bad move. I'm from that school. If you got something to say to somebody, say it to their face. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully Swerve Strickland has a hell of a career, and he'll do very well in this business. I'm going to keep stressing what I've talked about for a long time. Go out there and get it on your talent and merit. Nobody will ever be able to say you got it because of only for your talent. Would I ever say anything positive about him ever again? Probably not. Would I ever put him over as far as being a good worker and perhaps transform this business? I probably won't do that again. I've learned my lesson. I ain't gonna bring a personal beef to my job. The only one laughing is Vlad TV. He got all this stuff started and stirred up. I thought this thing was over with. I really did. The last thing I thought about was waking up this morning to a FU. This generation, man. I'm an advocate for all young black talent to get into this business, but I'm an advocate for so many more young kids than just black kids. I'm an advocate for anybody who has the talent to actually make it to the next level. I'll put a word in for them. I think my reputation has been solid. I don't publicize a lot of things. The guys out there, they know. They know if I've been on the side of righteousness. They know what Booker T has done behind the scenes. I don't have to talk about it on social media. I'm not trying to get extra brownie points for anything I've done, but they know. People like Swerve, we come from a different cloth, a totally different cloth. I wish nothing but the best for this dude. I want to see him succeed, but I probably won't ever say anything positive about him again. During Raw, Rhea Ripley would be hit with a massive dropkick from Io Sky, as this had many fans concerned for Ripley's well-being. Sean Ross Amplified will address this, saying, Io Sky hits a springboard dropkick on Rhea. At the time, I was like, oh my god, is Rhea going to make it to this match? Fractured orbital, broken nose, whatever it might be. The people I spoke to backstage said she seemed alright, in good spirits and all that good stuff, but it was definitely one of those moments where a lot of people went, oh is she okay? But you know, tough woman. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe was on commentary during Raw the other night, and many fans were not pleased with this. Writing on X, not a single person wants to hear Tony Hinchcliffe on commentary. Get this dork out of here. They put Tony Hinchcliffe on Raw. Hunter really doesn't care. I speak for everyone when I say never give this guy a headset again. Bro, what did we do to deserve Tony Hinchcliffe on commentary? Why is Tony Hinchcliffe on my screen? Do better. This Tony Hinchcliffe guy is not funny and ruined Raw. First time I was ready to turn off Raw and never watch wrestling again. F off, Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay, no more tweets about how much Jon Moxley in that main event sucked. Just watched another boring ass Raw and cowering back to AEW. Putting Tony Hinchcliffe on commentary was one hell of a choice. A reminder that maybe AEW isn't so bad after all. Hinchcliffe would also make a comment regarding Big E's neck injury, as he said the only thing stiffer than Michael Cole is Big E's neck. This led to Big E responding on the Raw recap. At my big age of 39 years old, people will say what they want about you. Has nothing to do with me. That's not my business. Say what you want. He was given a mic, he was given an opportunity. People will feel how they want to. It was said on the show. I'm supposed to talk, especially when things are mentioned about me. I should have an opinion about them. It is tiring to have to weigh in on everyone's opinion or whatever they say. Look, I'm not hurt. I'm good. I want the discourse to be happy without me. Honestly, I didn't sign up for this. I wasn't aware of this. He did what he wanted to. People signed off on it. It has nothing to do with me, truly. Following her exit from AEW, Saraya mentioned this regarding a return to WWE, telling WrestleZone, "People think I'm going back to WWE or whatever, because there's this huge rumor mill happening right now, but I haven't spoken to them. At least not right now. I haven't spoken to them. That's something that with this year, I kind of want to get all my business and stuff, deals out of the way, like under my name and all that kind of stuff. I'm also focusing on my podcast, acting, all that kind of stuff too. I wouldn't want it to affect my brand. And I feel like WWE now is being more open and receptive to people doing outside stuff. They would be understanding at this point and kind of let me do my thing." When it comes to The Rock being a part of WrestleMania 41, Ringside News noted that with WrestleMania 41 just around the corner, fans are asking one big question: where is The Rock after making waves earlier this year by standing side by side with John Cena at Elimination Chamber? The final boss has gone completely silent. Now, with less than 2 weeks until WWE's biggest show of the year, his status is still a mystery. On the April 8th episode of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer gave the latest update, and it wasn't much. "We are 2 weeks out and still nothing on Dwayne," Meltzer said, referring to The Rock's real name, Dwayne Johnson. "That silence is starting to speak volumes. The Rock hasn't really been mentioned much in recent promos by Cody Rhodes or John Cena, despite being a central figure in their storyline leading into WrestleMania. His absence has fans wondering if something is going on behind the scenes, and Meltzer says there absolutely is." When discussing the situation with Bryan Alvarez previously, Meltzer hinted that there's more to the story than WWE is letting on. "It's what you think," Meltzer said cryptically, before adding, "Even if you say it, they're gonna all deny it. Everyone in the company will deny it. The real challenge with The Rock is that nothing is ever truly certain until it happens. He's known for doing what he wants, when he wants, and changing plans at the last second. Whether he shows up unannounced, pulls out of plans entirely, or flips the script mid-show, it's all part of the Dwayne Johnson playbook, and right now, WWE is clearly playing the waiting game." While Cody Rhodes recently gave respectful but pointed comments about The Rock during an interview with Complex, even he admitted that their issues might be very, very real. Rhodes added, "I hope that the final boss can sit back and put his feet up and watch WrestleMania 41 and pat the sweat on his forehead with dollar bills that I'll be making him in another main event." At this point, The Rock's involvement in WrestleMania 41 is anyone's guess. Will he pop up in Las Vegas at the last second, or has WWE been forced to move on without him? One thing's for sure, he's not out of the picture until the show ends. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.